it's Mary Amy, and I'm coming to you live from New York. It's Monday evening. It's a little past 6. I am a certified intuitive wisdom coach, and I'm a light worker. And tonight we're going to discuss self-worth, learn your value. Do you believe that you are valuable and you matter in the world? Believe that you're worthy even without accomplishments. Hi, Jill. I'm glad you're joining us. Well, low self-worth derives from a critical person who placed attitudes upon you as a child or painful experiences causing you a destructive view of yourself. Now, I suffered from low self-worth. I did have some critical people in my life as a child, so I understand. And so that's why I find this valuable, because we are talking about self-love. Now let's acknowledge this if you do feel that you have low self-worth. And let's determine if you realize how beautiful and rare and special you are. I love you, and I'm sending good vibes to you. So let's remind us about what we've already discovered about self-love. Now, we spoke about boundaries, we spoke about an imaginary line, 1 foot from your body, that's your sacred space, that you give permission to allow people in and out. We also spoke about having positive words as affirmations, 5 or 6 of them, and you can choose them. Goodness, light, beauty, nature, whatever you choose. Because when we have alignment, thoughts, words, and actions, they're very, very powerful. Also, let me remind you that we spoke of releasing negative emotions, whether you choose to journal, whether you choose to go out to a body of water and cry it out, shout it out, release. It's all about releasing, because when we clear away any negativity inside of us, we become more happy and more fulfilled and more free to attain our goals, and we unblock ourselves. Also, let me remind you, we spoke about living in the moment. In a minute, I'm going to get on to self-worth and some suggestions. I'm just giving you some reminders about what we've already covered. And so living in the moment, living in the here and now, and being grateful for it, and stretching out the moment. So let's try that right now. So here we are, and right now I'm in this space, and you can speak aloud about the space that you're in. And here's a desk, here's a window, I'm in New York, and I'm stretching out the moment. Let's see how long that moment is. See how long a moment is? So let's live in the moment and let's be grateful for it. And also, I mentioned about grounding yourself, about imagining your feet are deeply planted in the earth's surface. And also, you can go out to a beautiful, healthy tree and stand in its energy field and put your hands on the tree and your feet on its roots, and that will help ground you and be in the moment. Because sometimes we stay too much in our heads, and our thoughts are looping around, and we are blocking our destiny. We are blocking. Hey, Christy, how are you? So let me get on to the low self-worth. Are you suffering from low self-worth? Let's do what we always do. Let's talk about our breath for a minute, and let's just be in the moment. So let's relax. Okay, let out a breath, a sigh. And I'd like you to do, quickly, 12 counts inhale, and then 12 counts exhale, so that we can calm ourselves down. So let's try that. Okay, so I hope that you got a little relaxed from that. Hey, Christy. Okay, so let's tune into our hearts. Let's acknowledge our hearts right now, and let's tune into our hearts, and let's tune into our mind, our heart, and our spirit. And so what I'm suggesting is that you embrace whatever's going on in your heart right now. How are you feeling? What do you sense that's going on in your heart? This is a way of becoming more and more aware of how you're feeling. and what's going on. This is a game changer. So I'm going to say, let's close our eyes and ask yourself, do I matter? Me, do I matter? My person, my opinion, my being, do I matter? Ask yourself. This is really important about self-love. Now, do you believe that you are not important? So let's weed through memories and ask why. So as you're asking yourself that, I'd like you to try to go back in your mind, and if you don't feel that you matter or that you are important or significant without any accomplishments, this is just as you are. No accomplishments, just as you are, because you're giving yourself self-love. So ask yourself if you can remember why you have these old thoughts, because you're going to try to find out where they came from. They're a result of someone who did not appreciate you and made you feel this way. So if we can discover who that was, now we are adults now, so if this happened as a child, you're coming from a perspective as an adult, and you know that was somebody's critical thinking of you, and that was not unconditional love. So let us tell ourselves that we accept ourselves. We accept ourselves, and we love ourselves just the way we are. And let's embrace our fears that we have, and let's be brave and courageous. No more denying or shaming ourselves and our feelings. Let's accept ourselves and move through the feelings. Because when we embrace our fear, we actually uncover it, and it's not so powerful. And you become a multi-dimensional being, and you have a higher vibration, and you have a higher consciousness. So let's say we accept ourselves and we move through the suffering. Now I'd like to give you another suggestion. So let's get to know ourselves a little bit better, and let's make a list of 5 passions or likes that you have. Maybe it's related, and this is not like a brain tease or anything. It's pretty simple. It's about acknowledging who you are, your personality, and your likes, and accepting it. It could be something related to your favorite foods, your sports. It could be exercise. It could be, something you like to watch on TV, your habits. Pick 5. And I'd like you to just accept that about yourself. It might be books or music. And these are 5 truths about yourself. Do not waver. Do not allow others to take away your wants. The life you choose is yours, whether it's simple or humble or materialistic or fun or spiritual or quiet. Have acceptance about your truest self and knowledge about your personality. So let's take a break from circumstances if you feel unappreciated or actions are not reciprocated. In other words, if you're in a relationship or you're in a circumstance that you don't feel that you're being treated with value, maybe take a break from that for a bit so that you can kind of get an idea of what's really going on. And then I'd also like to suggest that from time to time, maybe some silence, so that you can get some of the answers that you're missing. When you have silence, you start to see things a little bit more clearly. That also comes with when you do meditation. So let's become more comfortable in the quiet, and it's clearing your energy and your space. Hey Michael, how are you tonight? Hi. So we are raising our vibration to a higher frequency. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to send you love, and I'm going to do some healing energy, some light right now, and I'm going to send it to you. I'm doing it clockwise and counterclockwise, and I'm sending you light, and I'm sending you dreams and wishes, and I hope everything is going wonderful for you, and I accept you, and I love you, and I want good things for you. And as we do this, we are rebirthing, and we are ascending to a higher awakening and a higher frequency, and we are becoming a multi-dimensional being. So a positive, beautiful thought can change anything. Thoughts are very powerful. And before we go, I'd like to remind you that I see light on the horizon, which means good things are coming and that there is hope that a difficult situation will improve. This is an activation of your unconscious source of light, and this begins now for your grand awakening. So let's tap into your DNA for the truest version of you. I'm wishing you well, and again, I'm going to remind you, 5 likes are passions. Take a moment of silence so that you can hear what's really going on in your heart. Ask your heart how you're feeling, and find your value and worth. Everyone be well. Have a good night. Bye.